if fighters are willing to fight it.
Let him go. Okay.
In the tradition of Roy Jones Jr. at the peak of his career, Mayweather may well have won every round.
I gave Corley 1 round. Perhaps I was being generous giving it to him for his effort. But obviously Mayweather has completely throttled him, dominated him, but hasn't been able to discourage him.
It's one thing comparing him to Roy Jones. Roy Jones never took this kind of punishment that he's taken in this fight. Even though he won the rounds, he won without being hit.
One more time to the canvas for Corley. His 7th time there tonight as the fight finally comes to a close.
If Floyd Mayweather Jr. Could be as solid out of the ring as he is in the ring, he might achieve the stardom that he so desperately wants.
What he wants is to be the biggest attraction in the sport. What he says right now is, I'm the most talented fighter in the sport. I ought to be the best paid.
Well, then he should have been a golfer, where the guy who finishes #1 gets the most money. In this game, it's the guy who puts the most behinds in the most seats that gets paid the most.
And will that crowd appeal come for Floyd if he continues to win his fights?
It's conceivable if he fights more big fights and fights this way. Never going to reach the plateau of a De La Hoya. That's a rare plateau, but he could later on in his career fight some of the top guys and be an attraction.
If he fights this way to be crowd pleasing, could it shorten or compromise his career?
It could, but what choice does he have if he wants to be the popular fighter that he claims he should be?
King of the game.
Just heard him say, Jim, his hand hurts.
Well, he used it a lot. CompuBox numbers showed Mayweather throwing 600 punches and landing 283, and at least half of those were power shots. Corley 150 out of 657, and he took a lot of leather. But Mayweather was moving up to 140 pounds. In his last fight at 135, fighting Philip Endu in a very offensive style, he knocked Endo out in the 7th round. Tonight, that didn't happen for him.
Chop tough. Chop tough. I do some hard shit. He tough. All right. I feel good, man.
Compliment from Mayweather to Corley. And now let's go to ring announcer Michael Buffer with the official decision and the scores on this certain Mayweather win.
Here at Boardwalk Hall, Atlantic City, we go to the scorecards. Melvina Lathan scores it 119 to 107. William Boudou has it 119, 108. Gail Van Oy 118, 108. All for the winner by unanimous decision, still undefeated, Pretty Boy, Floyd Mayweather.
Unanimous decision win for Mayweather. And there are the CompuBox numbers I was talking about, as Mayweather, dominant throughout, landed an average of better than 20 punches per round. Power shot category will also be dominated by Mayweather, largely on the basis of the straight right hand, which he landed constantly throughout the fight, ultimately landing twice as many power shots as Corley, while throwing just about the same number. And now let's go to Larry Merchant in the ring with Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Thank you, Jim. Congratulations, Floyd. Did you come out feeling moving up in weight at this level that your speed could overcome the bigger guys?
Well, first of all, I like to thank God for this victory, because without him, all this wouldn't be possible. And Chop Chop was a tough opponent, and I knew coming up I had to show my power. So, you know, I don't know if Chop Chop ever been, he been knocked down in his Zab Judah fight. But, you know, I took my time to listen to my corner. My shoulder and my right hand was hurting. So, you know, things happen in the sport of boxing.
All right, in the first 4 rounds, you were going toe-to-toe with him. You backed off for a while. Is that when you hurt your hand?
I had been hurt my hand, and I think it's the fourth round I hurt my hand. But a true champion fight through anything. And, you know, I just got to give thanks to God for, you know, letting me get through it.
Did he ever hurt you? Because he did land some solid punches early in the fight.
Well, he landed some solid punches. He's a good puncher, but I wasn't hurt at all. You know, I'm in tip-top shape, in good condition, and I feel good.
Talk to us about your future. You're naming everybody except Muhammad Ali and Joe Louis that you want to fight. But give us some realistic expectations of the guys you think you can fight in the near future.
Well, near future, like I said before, I would love for me and Arturo Gatti to fight on pay-per-view. He's an exciting fighter. I'm an exciting fighter, and I think that's a big pay-per-view fight.
From what I understand, his handlers have told me that if he beats Durin later this summer, that he wants to fight someone like Spadafora later in the year, and then perhaps you next year. What would you do in between if that scenario unfolds?
Well, I'm the mandatory to fight for the WBC 140-pound title. I proved myself over and over again. I went to 130, beat the best. I went to 35 and beat the best. Now I'm moving up to 140. Only thing Floyd Mayweather do, he want to fight the best out there. I feel good, and I want to thank, you know, Damon Dash and Rockaware. Thank 50 Cent G-Unit.
Thank you very much, Floyd. Congratulations again. Jim?
All right, thank you very much, Larry Merchant. Final comment on Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s performance, Emmanuel?
I thought it was a very entertaining performance. I was really impressed with his courage and his guts. He stood up, he fought, he didn't try to play it safe. He fought the big boys and he fought them. He didn't box and run away from them. But nevertheless, the fact that he got hit a lot in the fight means that he could have problems, especially with a guy like Shambe Mitchell, who's got the same speed he's got, and maybe just as much or more punching power. So it's a whole new ball game he's going into now, moving up with the big boys.
There are 2 candidates at this moment to replace Roy Jones atop the pound-for-pound rankings. That was Mayweather's audition for the top spot. In a couple of minutes, we'll be talking live with the other candidate, veteran middleweight champion Bernard Hopkins. But right now, let's look ahead to some upcoming